Welcome one and all to the Morning Brunch. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Renee Skinner.
And I'm Nathan Kitchens.
Yes, indeed. Here's what's on the menu for today's brunch. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our favorite stories from today. Then we've got some cuties ready for adoption in Pet of the Week.
They are cuties, and we'll have a look at the weather in our last bite.
Good deal. All right, so Sheridan Hertig is not here with us yet. We are getting a story together for our noon show on WMBD, so she's going to join us the second half of this show. So we're going to go into Nathan and myself's top stories. Here's mine. Bradley University in Peoria is introducing 5 new premier club sports for the ladies. Ice hockey and flag football will roll out in the next school calendar year. The other 3 sports are soccer, wrestling, and stunt, which is a variation of cheerleading focused on technique and athleticism. In an email from Bradley University's president, James Shadid, he says the teams represent new opportunities for leadership, teamwork, school spirit, and community building. The expansion of these club sports is made possible through the Nick and Nancy Owens Excellence Fund. Now, this story definitely stuck out because I am a true believer in women kicking butt. I am a true believer in our athleticism and that women can do a lot of great things. And this is just such a thrill to see that Bradley is adding some sports to their roster so that women can be active, so that women can participate in sports. I mean, being a part of sports is good for your character overall. I mean, it teaches you discipline, it teaches you how to work together with a team. And it's good to see that soccer is being offered, women's soccer, because I think the U.S. has a dominating women's soccer team, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
So this is just awesome to see more sports being available to women, and I'm just here for it. I don't know what stunt is. I'm interested to learn what type of sport is that. It has to do with cheerleading and, you know, all that. So, but that's really cool. I really like how ice hockey is a part of that, and flag football. I loved flag football in middle school.
So
like that was my jam. And so, yeah, so that's why this story definitely stuck out to me as far as what's on our reporter, what's on our menu. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And wrestling, too, is being added, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like society puts too many stereotypes that, you know, these sports are not for women.
Yeah.
But I love that now becoming more inclusive and that they're adding more sports because, yeah, like you said, women can kick butt.
Yes, we sure
I've gotten beaten many times by women in sports.
See, look at that. So let's keep kicking butt, ladies.
That's right.
What's on your plate?
All right. Well, with a chance of storms in the forecast this week, it's time to refresh your home emergency kit. We spring forward the clocks to daylight saving time this weekend, and it's the perfect reminder to change your smoke detector batteries and to prepare for unpredictable weather. Ameren, Illinois reminds homeowners to have specific items in that kit, and that includes bottled water, first aid kit, ooh, we got the lights back on, a battery-powered radio, and more. Ameren officials also say that if severe weather is in the forecast, be sure to charge your cell phones, fill your gas tanks, and unplug any sensitive electronics. I like what they did there in the back, turning it off like the power went out.
That is very creative,
I don't know if that was planned or not, but I thought that was really cool.
That is very creative.
But that story was on my plate because we are in severe weather season now. This is Severe Weather Preparedness Week. It's that week of the year that we have designated to just really educating the public on the severe weather hazards that we have in Illinois and how you can be safe from those. So we do have a risk of tornadoes possibly in the forecast as early as tomorrow. It's a good week to kind of make sure you go over your plan. You know, that's not just at home, but also where you work. Make sure you kind of coordinate with your boss and kind of know, if you don't know, where that designated safe place is to take shelter in the event of a tornado warning. And at home, make sure you know where that is as well. Maybe go over that with your kids. We had the statewide tornado drill back on Tuesday, but you can practice it right now. Just kind of go over that plan and designate where that safe place is. If you have a basement, you want to get down in that basement. That's the safest place for you. But if you don't have a basement, that's okay. Just that lowest floor of your home. And if it's a one-story house, just make sure you find that interior room away from windows and away from doors. So again, that's just a way that you can kind of get prepared with your family, have supplies that might last up to 72 hours. In the event that you were to lose power, non-perishable food items can be something you should have in that storm kit as well. Bottled water, flashlights in case you do lose electricity. So it is, again, severe weather season here in Illinois.
I'm trying to show you how I prepare for a tornado.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
I see
I'm
what you.
trying to duck,
Okay, I
like you
thought you were
said.
grabbing something.
This is a demonstration.
I love the demonstration, like Renee is doing right there. And it's good to protect your head as well. So if you have like blankets or pillows to put over you, because if there were to be a tornado that hit your house and you got flying debris, you don't want that piece of debris going into your head. So sometimes people will actually put helmets in their severe weather kit, and they will grab a helmet when they go to take shelter in a tornado.
That's a good idea.
It's a really good idea.
You should have seen it. I was stop, dropping, and rolling in case of a fire, too.
There we go.
Woo.
It's always, you got to be prepared for the unpredictable.
Woo.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what gets me every time? What gets me is charging my phone or filling up my gas tank when I know there's going to be severe weather. I never do either of those.
I don't, you know what? I'm a meteorologist and I don't always do that either.
Yeah.
So.
I just make sure I have one person that I can call just in case if I run out of gas, or one gas station I can go to if I need a charger. So.
Right. Yeah, and I will say, you know, like if you don't have a basement, you're looking for where that safe place is. I know, like in college, we would have to study tornadoes and the aftermath from them. And in a lot of cases, even with one-story homes, the one thing that was left in an F5 tornado, an EF5 with winds that could be over 200 miles an hour, the one thing that was left was the bathtub. So if you have an interior bathroom that does not have windows, no exterior doors to the outside, that would be a great place to go. Right into that bathtub, duck down. You know, it's good to have a pillow or blanket, something to kind of protect you, so that if you are hit and there's flying debris or big pieces of your home come crashing down, that you know you have some kind of barrier between you and your body. So that's just something that stood out too, that the bathtub in many cases is a really safe place to take shelter if it is an interior location. So.
Yep. Very true. Listen to the expert. Have that emergency kit ready to go.
That's right.
All right. Enough demonstrations and enough weather talk. We're going to move on to the mega question of the day. And it is, if you could redo one moment in your life, what would that moment be? And what would you do differently?
Oh man, my life's perfect. I wouldn't redo anything.
Agreed.
Okay, well maybe that was a little bit of a stretch. I don't know. I mean, if I were to pin down every little thing I wish I could redo it, I would be like everything.
Yeah.
Well, not everything, no. But there are like situations you think back to. Like I think back to the last time that I saw my grandma on my dad's side before she passed away. And we were fortunate to have some time together in Florida that summer prior to her passing. And I just feel like looking back, you know, it's like, oh, I wish I would have done this. She was going to go to the Gulf area, which is a great place to see all these cool animals and of course, sea creatures. And, you know, I think back like, man, why didn't I go with her? I could have spent a lot of quality time. And now she's not here anymore to do that, you know. So you think back to those situations like, man, I wish I could have done that. I wish I would have told her I loved her a little more and things like that, so.
Yeah, I remember the last words my grandmother spoke to me a couple years ago, and it was, she just told me, if anyone gets under your skin, you just let it roll off like water on a duck's back.
Oh, I love that.
And she made this noise like that, and I could hear it over the phone. Those were the last words she said to me, and I just carry that with me. I try to carry that with me throughout the day. I even have voice messages she's left me in the past, and whenever I get really down, I listen to those voice messages just to hear her voice, you know? So I definitely would redo those moments just to feel that connection again with, you know, people that I've lost, people who, you know, have moved on, and you know, so yeah, it wouldn't be any moments where like it was embarrassing, or because I believe, you know, the mistakes you make, they shape you for what you are now. So I
you
probably
need to make those to help
wouldn't
you.
do, you know, redo any mistakes I've made just because, you know, they're lessons. But yeah, definitely those sentimental moments.
There's some mistakes. I'm like, well, maybe I wouldn't redo that.
Yeah, maybe some career mistakes.
Some career mistakes.
Some dating mistakes. Yeah, those too. So, but all right, our very own Sheridan Hertig is going to join us for more topics to discuss coming up after the break. Stick around.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
At noon. What's wrong?
Nah, let's just skip it. I don't really care enough. Yeah, thanks though.
The pet.
All right, welcome back. Well, we do have our pet of the week. These two cuties are going to be pets you definitely want to take home.
Yes.
So take a look.
Hello everyone, I have Kitty Yanko here with me from the Peoria Humane Society. We have a 2-for-1 special today, and no, you can't go that way. I'm so sorry. You cannot go that way, Miss Lady. Her name is Karen. She's not thrilled to be here, and neither is her, we'll call him litter mate.
That's what I'm guessing, because they certainly look a lot alike, but this is Pat, and they're only about 4 months old. They were strays to begin with, and then I think someone brought them in, so they've already been microchipped and spayed and neutered, and they don't have to go together to be adopted, but it's nice when they come in together if they can stay together, but it's not a requirement for PCAPs.
Yes, as you can understand, being in an environment like this is a little scary, so
Yeah.
Karen is not wanting to participate, which is okay.
Pat's purring
Yeah,
at this
Pat
point.
is purring, and yes, if you notice that he has a clipped ear, that is because he has been neutered. You know, it's part of a trap, neuter, release program that happens across the area. So, not an injury; it just means that he's been neutered. And if you would like to know what Karen looks like, just please look at Pat because they're pretty similar.
Right, it's the same face for the most part, yep.
So these two are about 4 months old, so they're still technically kittens. You know, they're not a year old yet, so they'll probably get a little bit bigger once they hit a full year. And because they are kittens, once they get into an environment that they're comfortable in, they're likely going to be very curious about their surroundings. So that is something that you'll want to be mindful of. Is cats in general are pretty curious, but kittens tend to take it to a whole new level.
They do, and you know, they like to explore, they like to climb, they like to play, but you know, everybody's different, so they might have kind of a laid-back personality and they may not be doing all the typical kitten stuff. We don't know, but you know, the goal is to get them into a home and get them happy and just let them live out their life.
And since they are not full-grown cats yet, they are still technically kittens, there's definitely going to be a little bit of early on care that goes into them, but you know, no, you cannot go that way, Miss Lady. You know, as we have mentioned several times before, the shelter takes care of a lot of that stuff early on.
They do, and it's all included in the adoption fee, so we just encourage people to come in 12 to 5, Monday through Saturday, and take a look at these guys and adopt them.
So if you would like to adopt one of them or both of these two sweethearts, you can contact the number on your screen at 672-2440, and you can find this interview on ciproud.com.
All right, well, take a look at this. Johnsonville, first of all, okay, they were really cute. And
were.
if
They
you
were
guys don't
so
take them
cute.
home, I shouldn't. So, all right, now, Johnsonville has partnered with Dr. Pepper to introduce a completely original, never-before-tasted mashup that's prompting equal parts intrigue, excitement, and disbelief. The new sausage is inspired by the Soda Giant's original 23-flavor blend and will be available across the U.S. at Walmart, Kroger, and 7-Eleven.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, but as a hot dog?
Yes.
On Johnsonville's site, the company's posted recipes to give consumers inspiration for the swalty, that's sweet and salty, sausage flavor. Recipes range from mac and cheese to kebabs and nachos. Would you try this? I will say, I think we should try, like this would be like a great try it Tuesday. Like we have one flavor at the 7, one flavor at the 8, one flavor at the morning
Yeah,
brunch.
yeah.
Would I want to go out of my way to be like, those are the only hot dogs I buy, or brats, whatever you want to call them? Like, probably not.
No.
I don't know.
I love Dr. Pepper and I love hot dogs, but together, no, I don't think
I mean,
so.
you eat
Well,
a hot dog and you drink
it.
Dr. Pepper
But
together.
that flavor
I
in
know.
a hot dog, I gotta have ketchup with my hot dog, not Dr. Pepper in the hot dog. That just doesn't seem right.
I feel like you're the type that's like, oh, I don't want my macaroni and cheese to touch my green beans. Are you that type?
I used to be, but not anymore.
He's changed.
Oh,
his
you're
ways.
reformed.
I let
He's
my,
changed.
whenever I'm eating like Mexican, I let my rice touch my beans, and that's totally fine.
Sure.
I can't.
Yeah, but I would
Okay.
totally try it. I would
love
at
like
least try it once.
the brats
Yeah.
with like the cheese inside them. Those are good, but
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper flavor, I don't know.
I think it just depends on how much Dr. Pepper flavor are we talking here. Like, is this just like a little hint of it?
Sure.
Because then I think it maybe could taste good.
Yeah, it might compliment.
But
Yeah.
I've never been much of a Dr. Pepper fan in the first place. Like if
Tisk, tisk.
well, if I want something cherry, I'm just gonna have cherry Coke. You know, like Dr. Pepper tastes like cherry Coke to me, but not as good.
Yeah, although I think Pibb's even better than Dr. Pepper. To be
Pibb.
honest.
I never have.
It's
never
really
had it.
good.
Or maybe I have. But
Mr.
like not
Pibb
one
is
time.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting for sure.
All right, here's another topic. Weddings have a way of testing friendships, and this one may have gone way too far. This one is from Geraldine, who posted on TikTok. She says, my friend is having a yoga-themed bachelorette party this summer. It's 2 days at a yoga retreat and wellness center. She just sent us the itinerary. It's basically yoga classes, sound baths, candle making, plus lots of healthy eating. The price per person, $1,700.
Oh, boy.
I don't do yoga. I've never done it, so I politely declined. Now my friend isn't talking to me. She won't take my call. She texted me and said I was uninvited to her wedding. I just
Whoa.
lost a lifelong friend over this.
Wow.
Should I have sucked it up and gone to the yoga retreat, or is my friend in the wrong?
Friend is in the wrong.
Yeah.
Totally.
Whoa. There were, I think, 10 people I invited on my bachelorette, and I think only 6 ended up making it. And either, like, they couldn't come because either there was work, or they couldn't afford it,
Yeah.
or they didn't know everybody, so they felt like they would have been left out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get mad at somebody for whatever reason they bring me, especially when it comes to money, especially that, because
Yeah.
I don't know how much somebody is making. I'm already struggling myself, so like I'm not gonna judge somebody else, and especially not end a friendship over something that's as small as a weekend to do yoga.
Yeah.
Like,
Silly.
you'll be at my wedding, we'll celebrate that way. That's the important part. If you're there on my big day, like that's the important part. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, a yoga bachelorette party. If somebody invited me to that, I'd be like, girl, no.
No, that's a lot of money too.
Yeah, like I want to spend that on my own trip,
And it's
let alone
not,
somebody
it's
else's.
not
Yes,
that
I
deep.
agree.
Don't just lose a friendship over that.
I
mean,
agree. And I think too, like as a friend, you should kind of know where your friend stands economically.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend and she would always pick the most expensive restaurants. She would pick the most expensive places to go shopping. And like I love Dillard's, but I don't have Dillard's money.
Yeah.
So can we shop at TJ Maxx or
Yes.
Ross or Burlington Coat Factory? I mean,
Ooh, yeah, I
it was
love those.
it just and then that can hamper or put a damper rather on your friendship if you're
Absolutely.
always picking these high-end trips and stuff like that. So I think she should have really looked at, okay, can my bridal party afford what I want?
Yeah.
And then that doesn't even sound fun. Who wants to do yoga at a bachelorette party? If
Right.
you were doing yoga and I were one of your bridesmaids, I would have been like, sis, check you later. Call
Yeah.
me when it's wedding time.
Hey, if it
I
was-
would have too. I would have needed a reality check.
If it was goat yoga, that might be a little different.
Or like Tuppies or something. Yeah, maybe that would have
Puppy
changed
yoga.
it. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Agree.
And what really rubs me the wrong way there is ending a friendship over something like that. If you want your friend to go so bad, like, sure, I'll go, but I'm not spending $1,700. If you want me to go so bad, pay for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Not a true
Agreed.
friend.
yeah, money does not grow on trees. so-
Agreed.
anyways.
All right. Well, do you ever feel like you can't escape the noise, the pings, the scrolling, the constant demands? Well, some travelers aren't just getting away, they're disappearing on purpose. More people are choosing off-the-grid vacations, no phones, no TVs, no internet. Some are even going a step further, staying in places with no electricity, no running water, and no connection to the outside world at all. The goal? Total disconnection. Research into digital detox travel suggests stepping away from screens can improve focus, reduce stress, and help people reset mentally and emotionally. Yeah. Your thoughts, yourself. Yeah. So the question is, could you unplug completely, even for a few days?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely could. I was just thinking recently about my childhood, and before there was Facebook and all this comparison stuff, because
Yeah.
you've got Instagram and your friends got these filters and they look so amazing, and you feel like you're ugly, and you just play this comparison game like their life's better because not only posting their best stuff, they make their lives seem like they're so much better than yours when they're really not. They're just very creative people. But I just miss the days when we didn't have all the cell phones, and my parents didn't have cell phones growing up, and we were just out playing with the neighbor kids and
Yeah.
looking at the sky, and we could talk to
Yeah.
each other, look each other in the eye. Looking at each other in the eye is something that we have lost as a society, and it's really sad. And even I struggle now. I'm an introverted person, I will say, and I think with the social media and just consuming and our phones all the time, it's easy to get away from that. So
Yeah, I agree. I will say that's the one plus about going on cruises is unless you're willing to pay $50 a day for Wi-Fi,
Heck
you can't be
no.
on your phone. So that's really nice. You just are forced to unplug,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's fantastic. No bzz, bzz, bzz. It's really nice.
Well, Nathan brought up a point that there is an app where you have to take a picture, and you can't put a filter. It can't be a nice picture.
Oh,
It
Be
is-
Real.
Yeah.
I have that app.
Is that,
Yeah.
It's called what?
Be Real.
Be Real, where you take a photo wherever you are, and that's the photo that's going to show up on your profile, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
everybody's goes off at the same time different time every day, but the same time for everybody who has the app.
Yep.
And I
So-
definitely have waited to do it if I'm in the bathroom though.
That's what I was thinking. If you're on the toilet, ooh, on the loo, you want to just,
Yeah, give that one a pause maybe.
Nathan, take it away,
all
buddy.
right.
Not
I think
yet,
we're
we
out
got
of
our last
time.
bite.
We got our
Oh,
last
we
bite
do?
after the break.
Oh,
I'll be back.
okay. Bye.
Welcome back. As we come to a close, here are your last bites. We'll start with the joke of the day. So why was the computer late for work? Don't want to be late.
Because,
Don't look.
Computer, motherboard, something with the motherboard.
Oh, you're on the right track.
Nanobytes.
I like where you're going with this.
It was scared of a mouse, like a
It was
drive.
I already looked. I keep sneaking a peek.
Because it was a hard drive.
It had a hard
kidding
drive.
me?
Drive.
Who puts these jokes? I'm gonna find out who puts these jokes in.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
All right. Well,
This morning it would have been a hard drive.
You cannot see
would've
like
been.
5 feet in front of you. When I left this morning,
Yeah.
horrible.
very spooky weather outside. The fog is getting better now, and we'll see a pretty decent afternoon out there. We'll see temperatures around 57 today, so noticeably warmer than it's been. Tonight, 48 with, again, some patchy fog. By tomorrow morning, though, we might have a few thunderstorms, and here's your extended forecast. Tomorrow, 76 degrees. It's going to feel so warm, but I wish I could say it's going to be a bright, sunny day. Well, we're going to have a few storms to deal with as well. First round could come in the morning. The afternoon's drier, but then tomorrow night we could have some severe weather out there. We'll be watching for a drier weekend, and really the temperature is looking really nice for this time of year.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. I mean, do I wish there wasn't as much rain? Yeah.
Yes.
But those temperatures, chef's kiss.
Yes,
Yeah.
3 days in the 70s over the next week.
That's
Wow.
gonna feel nice.
I'll take
Yeah.
it. No coat, just umbrella. All right. Nathan, thanks so much. That's all the time we have this morning.
Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to CIProud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.